figure everybody's going to go, oh, I didn't get one of the beautiful people.
Oh, no.
Well, you created beautiful people, so...
Thank you. It is, thank you. It is a big change. I don't care if there's a vampire in both of them. I mean, this is a different book with a different focus, different goal, and it's told multiple points of view rather than single point of view like those Sookie books were.
How different is the series from the book, and how were you involved with it? Inform them a lot and work with them?
No, they're professional film people and I'm not. I'm a book writer. Of course it's going to be really different from the books in some respects. I've learned that, this is my third rodeo, so I expect that because the demands of telling a story on film are very different from the demands of telling a story on paper. But I love the way Monica has stuck to the goal, the story, the message, if you will, of my books. That sounds a little pretentious always, but it's true. I mean, I'm trying to make a point in the books, and Monica got it right away and she ran with it.
What was the point that you were trying to make in the book?
Well, that we all create our own family, that blood family doesn't maybe make as much difference as the family we make for ourselves. Those of us who felt like we were a little weird as kids. I know it's hard to imagine that people thought I was weird. Not really. I am. And I love it. It's really done well for me.
So you have a character named, is it
Lemuel, which was actually my grandfather's name.
Really?
Yeah.
It also sounds a little bit, or the way it's spelled, it's similar to Lestat, so I wasn't sure if you were trying to do like a shout out to the Anne writing.
Oh, no, I love Anne, but, no. It was my grandfather's name. It's a biblical name.
Oh, okay. As far as the vampire, it seems they feed off blood a little bit differently than what you're used to in a vampire. Like, how did you think of that, and did it just come to you, or?
Well, I thought it would be interesting if he were an energy-sucking vampire rather than necessarily a blood-sucking vampire. Because I've, kind of done blood-sucking vampires, and I thought it would be more fun to have someone a little different. With the rules are a little different, and I wanted to write the scene where he holds on to Manfred and takes his energy, and I thought, I have to do that. If you feel like you really have to include a scene, you better do it.
Now this series is on NBC versus on a channel with HBO. What limitations do you know kind of changing with how they show it?
Well, truthfully, I loved True Blood, but I did have to cover my eyes sometimes. I don't think you'll have to do that with this show, though it for NBC is kind of pushing the envelope. Some of the scenes are, kind of. But I think it's a little more family-centric. Yeah, I couldn't watch True Blood in the same room with my teenage kids. They were going, oh, Mom! So, but I could watch this show easily in the same room with my kids, and they would just be going, you go, Mom.
Social media and fandom and just the groundswell for your projects, how has that impacted you as an author? Is that something where you're really do you kind of think of that writing a new project of like comparing your past?
I can't do that when I'm writing. That is too much like self-censorship, and I don't believe in that. I'm going to tell the best story I can tell. I'm going to write it the best I can. I'm going to work as hard as I can. And the chips have to fall where they're going to fall. I can't really write to please anybody else but myself. Though, of course, I'm happier when people like it, definitely, especially after the last Sookie Stackhouse novel, when, as you know, I got a terrible, terrible, vicious backlash. you know, people writing say I curse your children. Okay, that's not fair. Me, yes. My kids, no. And now that I've got grandchildren, double no. It was kind of paralyzing. So I hope I've toughened up a little bit in case I get that kind of backlash. You know.
Such a fun, light, encompassing. It just feels very welcoming.
Oh, yay. Thank you. You're my ideal reader.
I got my roommate with John. I introduced her to Suki a couple weeks ago, and then we have the big spirits landlord also. And so she's getting through all of those.
Oh, yeah. Midnight?
At the library.
Oh, good. I hope she tries the Harper books next. They're, you know, I haven't written a Harper in a long time, but one of those Harper books was, I think, the best book I ever wrote. So, you know, that's just me.
Did you want originally to write a trilogy, or did you want to maybe do more books?
I'm just writing more books. A lot of writers I know are very careful to put the opportunity to write a script in their contract. Maybe it's lack of ambition, but I'm just not interested in doing that. That's just not my area of expertise. I love writing books. I've written graphic novels. I've written short stories. I've written a lot of different kinds of literature. I'm just not interested in getting into script writing. I think there are probably enough script writers. You know, they have been a delight all the way through. Not that HBO wasn't, but I think with HBO, I was scared. You know, I had never met anyone in the television industry before. Here I am with Alan Ball, who is just a genius. And it was a kind of a cowing experience. But with NBC, having gone through Hallmark also, I'm just pretty much like business as usual. These are great people. They're treating me nice. I'm going with it. I did. I got to go through it yesterday. It's just amazing what they can build in such a short time. I am in awe of the people who build the sets and design all this stuff. That is a whole separate thing from being on-camera talent. You know, a whole separate thing.
One more question.
Okay, super. Oh, sure. Pass it over.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sure. Shall I personalize it for you? Okay.
It was a delight to read it.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to you all.